The Manipulated tells the story of the fall of an innocent man, someone who, because of a complex conspiracy, is suddenly thrown from his calm and ordinary life into the darkest layers of society. Tae-Jung, who just wanted a simple life, finds himself accused of a crime he didn't commit and enters a hell where he must fight step by step to survive and to prove the truth. This story is not just about revenge, but about humanity, endurance, downfall, and rising again. Let's start by looking at the performances, because without exaggeration, the actors are one of the series' greatest strengths. Ji Chang-wook, in the role of Tae-Jung, delivered a performance that truly deserves any award for Best Actor this year. His acting wasn't just a performance, it felt like he was living the character. We felt his grief, anger, fragility, moments of helplessness, and even his brief joys. Everything was real and tangible. Tae-Jung is a character who repeatedly suffers because of his kindness and humanity, yet even after everything he goes through, he never loses that humanity. This might be one of the most beautiful aspects of the series. The main character, despite all his pain, continues to choose to remain human. Amid this brilliant performance, we can't overlook two other outstanding actors, Kyung-soo and Lee Kwang-soo. Kyung-soo played a dangerously complex villain, perhaps one of the most memorable antagonists we've seen this year. His sinister laughter, at first, it might seem exaggerated, but as the series progresses, we understand where it comes from: emptiness, absolute ruthlessness, and a complete lack of humanity. He sees the world as a game where only money and power rule. Kyung-soo portrayed this character with such precision and nuance that he was completely immersed in the role.
제가 만나게 해드릴게요. 이제 할 일 하자.
Lee Kwang-soo, in the role of a psychotic and addicted character, was equally remarkable. Normally, we associate Kwang-soo with comedic roles, but here he proved his versatility as an actor. Playing someone whose very presence evokes hatred and discomfort is not easy, yet Kwang-soo fully brought this character to life. His looks, nervous body tremors, sudden bursts of anger, and unpredictable behavior made the scenes he appeared in some of the most intense in the series.
뭐야? 와. 반갑다네 친구. 야, 오랜만이네요, 안 대표님. 와, 대단해. 어?
One of the most important aspects of the show was the prison scenes. Usually, when a story takes place in a confined space, the pace can slow or feel repetitive, but here it was the opposite. The prison became a suffocating, harsh, and tense environment, yet it was filmed and designed so well that it never felt restricted or claustrophobic. Every movement, every confrontation, every glance between prisoners created tension. The rhythm remained fast and thrilling, and every new event pushed Tae-Jung to change, break, and rebuild himself. Another fascinating point was that even though some characters had limited screen time, the series explored them in a precise and calculated way. Even characters appearing for just a few episodes had identities, motivations, and backstories that helped us understand their actions. This made the world and relationships feel more natural and realistic.
백도경 씨, 내가 효자 만들어준 거야. 아버지 만나면 말 좀 잘 들어.
The series created one of the most memorable contrasts between hero and anti-hero. Tae-Jung. The confrontation between these two pillars of the story in the final episode was brief, but incredibly clean and impactful. The ending of the series was also one of my favorite parts. It was neat and well executed. While the final showdown between hero and villain was short, it was handled professionally enough to feel complete. The idea of Johan's statues was absolutely brilliant. He made a statue for each of his murders, and in the finale, when Tae-Jung smashed them, it symbolized the fall of Johan's empire. It was incredibly satisfying. With every statue that broke, you felt a piece of Johan's power and tyranny crumble, and it was genuinely cathartic. The only thing that slightly disappointed me was that I wished we could see more about Johan's mother, or at least know her fate, but unfortunately, the series didn't address this in the finale, leaving a small gap. The final scene was outstanding. The image of a person sitting in a dark room, watching Johan's life through cameras, made it clear that the story isn't over. It was a clever hint at the possibility of a second season, and it even suggested that this person might have been responsible for the fire in the finale. In the final episode, we also saw that despite everything Tae-Jung had endured, he retained his kind and resilient nature. He still chose humanity. Perhaps it was this humanity that made him a true hero. The only thing that bothered me in the series was that I personally would have preferred to see Tae-Jung's prison escape succeed on his own, rather than through the car race. In any case, The Manipulated is one of the best series of 2025. A show with outstanding performances, strong character development, gripping tension, and an ending that amplifies its impact. I wholeheartedly recommend it.